I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
You guys fucking suck! My parents are worth fucking $2 million goddamn dollars. And you know what? You fucking suck! Yeah! Yeah! You know what? My grandpa is worth more than your fucking life. My fucking attorney. Shut the fuck up! You see? Yo! Chill out!
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think a warning would have been nice.
Nope, no warnings tonight.
Wow, that was a little bit,
Yeah,
excuse the language there. He was
he was a bit fired up,
he was a tad testy.
a little bit testy,
He was a little angry.
a little upset there.
Why was he angry?
Well, you see,
No, I don't. That's why I'm waiting for you to tell me. I mean, the man got taped to a chair for crying out loud.
oh yeah, he definitely got taped to a chair and his mouth covered.
That's fantastic.
He got gagged.
So why exactly? What happened? He was. What about his grandpa? I got that.
Oh, his grandpa is like he's worth $40 million,
Okay.
and his parents are worth $2 million, and he's gonna sue the airline because they suck. They effing suck.
But why?
You guys effing suck.
But hold on. But why do they suck?
effing suck.
Yeah, but why?
The report said that he was already intoxicated
No.
when he got on the plane,
Stop it.
and he was trying to order even more drinks.
Don't they have like a cutoff at some point?
But then he allegedly brushed an empty cup up against a flight attendant's backside.
Okay. So he rubbed her butt with his cup. Which
Or-
sounds even worse than what I thought it was going to be.
Yep. Police said that he spilled a drink on himself before groping the chest of a female flight attendant, and then also tried to, as you saw in the video, punch one of the male flight attendants in the face.
Okay. Well, that
Escalated quickly.
just a tad.
Yep.
Just a tad.
Just a hair.
Just a teensy weensy little bit.
Yeah.
Huh. And he was just drunk. Is basically what it boiled down
He was
to.
drunk and a frat. He was a drunk frat boy.
I got that. Yeah, I got that part. He was
23 years old, charged with 3 counts of battery.
I have a bad joke.
I know.
was it double A or triple A?
I don't know, but it was definitely Duracell.
Because it kept on going.
That's right.
Wow.
Until he was forcefully stopped. Yeah, so don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
They did public service announcement. Don't be that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll keep that in mind.
Just don't be that guy. We don't need that guy in our life. None of us.
Night to say D over on Twitter. Oh, my virgin ears. I know. I apologize for that. I was not aware of the...
Oh, I was.
Yeah, Steven knew,
I didn't
so he
care.
did it on purpose.
I didn't care.
Big Bull Snarky Jackal on Twitter. Did they replace his APR with Folgers Crystals? Because that's what makes it worse. Is it was not just Folgers, it's Folgers,
Folgers
Crystals.
Crystals.
That's that
Oh,
instant coffee.
I know, they're terrible.
Slightly breeding King Kirkhover also on Twitter. He was more than a bit testy. He was a whole eggplant.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Kirk, well done.
Yes, fantastic.
Well done on the Kirk.
I'm sorry, but my favorite part was where he got duct taped to the seat.
That was awesome, right?
They pushed him in the chair. And he's like, which I did not know an airliner, a jet carried
It wasn't
duct tape.
It didn't look like it was duct tape, actually.
It looked like cellophane,
That's what it looked like.
but it was too narrow to be cellophane.
And it was also industrial strength because he couldn't get out.
well, if it's cellophane, well, it doesn't matter what it is. After like 2 or 3 passes
You're
of
done.
anything,
You're
doesn't
kinda
matter.
stuck.
Yeah, you could get saran wrap after 2 or 3 passes. You ain't getting through that.
He got his mouth and everything.
He
dude.
did.
Like,
That was fantastic. He's just like,
straight up.
oh, nay, nay.
Oh, and I'm going to tuck this around your mouth.
Sir, we are tired of your mouth.
Literally.
Everyone was cheering and excited.
Yeah.
Because, why not?
It's the best.
That's what makes
That's the
flying
best
fun.
way to do.
It's the only way to fly.
Now, I wanted to point something else
Drunk
out
and
that
belligerent.
I don't know if you noticed this
Okay.
or not. That was a Frontier airline, by the way.
I did notice that.
But did you notice this one particular factor?
Which was?
Nobody had masks on. Except for the flight attendants.
Some of them didn't.
The flight attendant did
The
have
kid that was drunk had
definitely didn't.
He
And the-
did. He just didn't have it on properly. Of course, he was drunk, so he made an ass of himself at that point.
And
so
people around didn't have them and all the rest of it.
Now, some of that I saw too. Now, I don't
There
know.
were some, but there wasn't like every single one of them.
I didn't. Well,
It was only like a partial run.
yeah, but you know as well as I do that just because the airliner itself is doing something, it's probably said on the flight that, hey, by the way,
Keep your mask on.
if you're fully vaccinated, you go ahead and take it off. We're not going to say nothing.
Not gonna say nothing. You guys do a good job.
Just make sure you put them on when we walk off the plane.
Right.
Because God knows you can't walk around without them. Mm-hmm. This is why I haven't gone anywhere.
Anywhere ever.
I really do want to go. Like I said, I found like from here to Vegas, I can get a round trip ticket for like
$180.
$180.
That's
and
not
I
bad.
really want to go.
It's kind of good.
I just, part of the reason I haven't done it too is because of the fact that, the only time to go is during the middle of the week and we have the show. And so, I don't know.
That's not.
I don't want to necessarily.
If you go, then I'd have to go, and then I'd have to take off work, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No.
But it Vegas.
I don't have any money.
I don't either, but we could come back with
I don't have any money.
we could come back with some.
Yeah, I got $10 to go. All right.
Yeah, it's $10 more than what you thought you had.
When it's not happening.
Just saying.
Ugh.
Any hoozin'.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit serious.
This is, but that's okay. We need that.
But
in
this
our
is
life.
truth, though. This is truth that everyone needs to hear. It's been a long understood. The fathers play an incredibly important role in the lives of their children.
Not really. Not lately, anyway.
Well, no, it's always been understood. Now, understanding it and practicing it are two very different things.
Well, no. There has been a distinct misunderstanding that a single mom can raise the children without a male influence in their life and the child be okay
Yeah, but I think what this statement is referring to is
in general.
before that. Before the,
yeah,
the attack
before
of
that, but this is
full-blown
like- I'm
feminism.
talking like
That's
the-
what I think that they mean by
I'm
long
going the last
understood.
100 years.
I think they were going from that.
The rest of the years.
Yeah, from that last 100, from there
Back.
all the way back to the beginning of time.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
involved fathers are said to have a direct impact on social and emotional well-being of their children, and often significantly influence their measure of future success.
It can.
It can. Now, obviously, it would hinge on the father, because just because you got a guy in the house doesn't mean he's a dad. Doesn't make him a father.
Doesn't make things good.
It's all in raising the children. Now, I would argue the same sentiment applies to mothers.
Yep.
Okay.
She could be the best mom in the world.
Well, I was gonna say, but you could also, have a mom and she could suck.
That's true.
If you're not being raised, if you as a parent are not doing your job,
As a parent,
which is raising children,
then you're not doing your
yeah,
job.
then it doesn't matter if
Doesn't matter
you
if
could have-
there's both of you in the house.
Yeah, both of you or not. Exactly.
Yeah.
A recent study by researchers at Penn State University, however, has rediscovered a distinctive role that fathers playing in the raising of healthy, mature children.
No.
The study found specifically that closeness with fathers serves as a distinctive role in helping children weather turbulent years of adolescence by positively affecting the self-esteem, weight management, and prevalence of depressive symptoms in both boys and girls.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now, again, that would also hinge on the dad.
Right.
because
If the dad is trash,
if
then
dad's garbage, then
it's
obviously
going to make
doesn't
it
work
worse
out.
for you. But
But in general,
if you have a healthy relationship with your father,
yeah. Anna Hotchgraf, the doctoral candidate in human development and family studies at the university who led the research project, noted that while emotionally close relationships with both fathers and mothers have positive effects on children, fathers have a broader influence. Quote, adolescents tend to feel emotionally closer to their mothers than their fathers, and mothers tend to have supportive conversations with their children more frequently than fathers do.
yes.
This may make emotional closeness with fathers more salient and in turn protective against these common adjustment problems experienced through adolescence.
Okay.
To come up with the results, the researchers recruited 388 adolescents from 202 two-parent families with both fathers and mothers and gathered data at 3 checkpoints between the time participants were 12 and 20 at the checkpoints. Researchers inquired about participants' weight concerns, symptoms of depression, self-esteem, and measured the intimacy between parents and their children. The method allowed researchers to analyze the distinctive effects of relationships between children and each of their parents at different times during adolescence, and they found the results varied.
Okay.
For example,
Uh-huh.
study found that the father-youth intimacy was associated with fewer weight concerns across most adolescent girls and boys, and mother-youth intimacy was associated with boys, not girls' weight concerns, only in early adolescence.
So mama's boy is going to stay healthier, technically?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Not always.
Not always.
Not always.
Father-youth intimacy was associated with fewer depressive symptoms for boys and girls across most adolescents, whereas mother-youth intimacy was associated with fewer depressive symptoms in mid-adolescence.
So like 16-ish.
Yeah.
16-ish realm.
Because the thing about it is and it's not a dig on it, but, moms are the nurturers. Moms are the cheerleader. So what is going to end up happening is mom is going to be a little bit more inclined to make you feel better at a younger age and kind of, I don't want to say be dishonest, because that's not right.
It's not being
It's
dishonest.
not, well, technically it is if it's a lie.
Okay.
But I mean, but if
it's
you,
softly
yeah, it's like
softening the blow.
It's like the mom who goes, "Oh, my child is so talented. Listen to him sing." That's what it sounds like. That's what I mean. It's in that angle. Moms tend to be a little, because they want to build their kid up.
Right.
And the problem with it is they kind of hold on to it and drag it out a little bit further
than the dads would.
than the dads would.
The other difference here is that dads are generally more realistic about a lot of things.
That was the next point I
and
was
that's
going to
where,
make too.
fewer depressive symptoms in boys and girls. Well, it's very simple. Okay, you come to me with a problem.
We're going to fix it.
We're going to fix your problem.
I'm not going to hold you. We're not going to let you cry about it.
We're gonna fix your
going to
problem.
move past it.
Or I'm going to give you a couple ideas so you can go fix it yourself.
Exactly.
And then you get a better sense of yourself, and
Yeah.
you get a better. At that point, you have a better appreciation for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Finally, father-youth intimacy was associated with higher self-esteem from early through mid-adolescence for boys and girls, whereas mother-youth intimacy was associated with higher self-esteem across most adolescence of girls, but only during early and late adolescence for boys.
Right. That mid time where the boys' hormones are kicking,
And they're lazy and it's
the whole
bad.
ordeal. Yeah, or they're looking at girls and they're like, "Oh, that's my mom. That's disgusting."
Yeah.
I'm not, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal.
Researchers said the study highlights the special role fathers play in raising children and underscores the importance generally of parents establishing emotional close relationships with their children.
Okay.
The National Institute of Children's Health and Human Development, National Institute of Drug Abuse and National Institutes of Health, and the Prevention of Methodology Training Program helped support the study, according to Penn State. So
That's a lot of people supporting the study.
that's a lot of
support.
a lot of names, a lot of
It's a lot. So
many words.
What you're saying is, if I'm reading into this right,
Okay.
is that it's important to have a father in the house along with a mom.
Oh yeah, it's always
It's important to have both parents in the house.
Oh yeah, no, it's always important to have both of them in there. Now, but again, just having them there isn't like a
Yeah,
the end all be all.
you
It
have to
doesn't
have
the
an
magic
emotional
fix.
relationship.
It's
yeah,
not
you have
the
to have a relationship with your kids.
you,
gotta
yeah,
go.
you have to be effort from the parents. You have the parents have to be doing everything the right way.
Of course, yeah.
At least the best of their
Or close
ability.
they
You
can
know what I
do,
mean?
Yeah.
And that's, but at least it just goes to show that there's an official study now that comes out and says, hey, dads are helpful.
Too sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not just sperm donors.
Dads can help too.
Dads are parents too. Just saying.
Dads are dads too,
Yeah, right.
Right. Except for some other things.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew.
goodness
Ew.
gracious.
Ew.
And now for something completely different.
Things in the Bay Area are getting a bit crazy.
They are.
Yeah.
That place is California as a whole is kind of slipping into
a little bit.
It's like they're trying to attempt to make it to at least the 6th or 7th layer of hell.
I figured that they were trying to actually make Escape from LA in real life.
So no, I know. Well, we know it's not a movie. It's a documentary.
Oh yeah. It's
Absolutely.
a future documentary.
Yes.
It's a future documentary.
You know how many people come back in time?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. And they make documentaries.
And they have documentaries, or they bring it with them.
Right,
Oh, absolutely.
right. That's just what they do. They're like, yeah, I've got a great story that I got to bring, and you guys have to listen to it. So I'm going to make it into a movie,
Yep.
and it's going to be a blockbuster. You're going to love it. Yeah, well, after a year of demands from leftists and local officials demanding, defund the police and the officials' willingness to undermine, local enforcement, there's been some weird stuff going on.
You don't say.
Like brazen acts of thievery at Walgreens and CVS and Neiman Marcus and other retailers.
Okay, hold on. Just for a pause for a second.
Yeah.
You're gonna boldly just rob a Walgreens and
Yeah.
Walgreens and
Yeah.
CVS? I understand they're all on every corner, but
Come on, man. Yep.
wow.
Gonna straight up do it. Target announced that its San Francisco stores were closed earlier than normal because of crooks. A pair of armed robbery attempts to steal camera equipment, and an Oakland violence prevention director was while he was giving an interview on rising crime.
That's called the definition of irony.
Right. A former lawmaker was beaten and robbed. Revelers twerking atop an emergency vehicle, responding to a deadly shooting during Juneteenth.
Huh.
Ongoing attacks on members of the Asian community, and it just goes on and on.
The list is
on and
on and on.
But that doesn't compare to what happened recently. None of that
Hold on.
compares.
You can top that?
Oh,
Really?
can they top that?
Okay.
You see, the SFPD posted a photo this week. And this photo is of a woman leaning out of her window, which is, by the way, is a Cadillac,
Okay.
obviously, wielding an AK-47 in broad daylight during an illegal exhibition of speed event.
Hold on. They're actually organizing
No, this is
crime? Hold on. Because
No,
an illegal exhibition of speed event.
during
an event.
Yeah, it's a street race.
I know what that is.
Okay.
I figured that out, but I'm saying it's an event? Like they get on Facebook or something and be like, hey guys.
Yeah, of course it's an event. Yes, and dude, they do go on. There you go, everybody.
That's
If you're watching on the,
not a Cadillac.
apparently that is a Caddy.
No,
that's a
that-
newer one. Apparently,
Not according to the rims.
not a.
No, I'm serious. If the center the center cap, of course, I guess it is moving, but
It is moving, so I can't really tell either. So
you would think, you'd think.
I mean,
color
it's
would
a
pop
newer
up.
one,
I don't know.
whatever.
Maybe it just
it's whatever.
It doesn't look like a Cadillac I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, so that's what's been going on. Yeah, she decided to run through and do all that, and yeah, it was
No, I guess it is. I'll be damned.
yeah, during an illegal exhibition of speed event, otherwise known as street racing.
They were playing Grand Theft Auto
5.
in real life.
5.
Yeah,
Number
they're-
5.
They're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So broad daylight, AK-47, out the window, just hanging. during a street race.
Well, I mean, if you're
In the middle of
if you're going to
everything.
be doing it in a street race, I mean, the one thing you want to be doing, forget having a firearm in your hand, you want to be hanging out of a window.
With a firearm in your hand.
No. Forget what's in your hand.
Okay.
During a street race and messing around and acting stupid in a car,
Yes.
the one thing you want to be doing most of all
Well, yeah.
is be unbuckled and hanging out of a window.
Yeah. See, it wasn't just a street race, though.
No, I'm sure.
It was an illicit car show as well.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like
It wasn't just a street race.
Hence
it was
the
also,
event part.
Yeah, it was also a car show.
Oh, good.
Because, you got to show off what you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
That she did. An
Hang out the
AK-47. Hanging it right out the window. Yeah. Police say the photo was, they posted the photo as part of a report revealing that authorities located and seized the car seen in the picture. Social media post has also included a photo of the cop towing away the car.
Don't worry, we got it handled.
We got this.
Yeah. That's just fantastic.
Isn't it though?
I mean,
That's amazing.
it's California. What do you expect? Again, that is the setting for Grand Theft Auto 5.
It's San Francisco.
I know. Which is weird. You wouldn't think of it like
Like Oakland. I got you.
Yeah. L.A.
Got a
L.A.
lie.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Done.
So there.
San Francisco.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
The
It's,
place where
that's where you want to go riding, though. To be
up and down the
the curves and all the driving, like that's probably a really fun place to go
like
do it
you
at.
push down a hill a little bit too fast and you fly.
Right over top of it, and then the front end
Crash.
just shatters.
Right, your everything shatters on your front.
Or
end.
worse, you go air and you're like, "Oh, we're doing good," and as soon as you land so hard, all four wheels just explode off of the car.
Or you land on the next curb,
Yeah, right.
but in the center of your vehicle,
Yeah,
and so just pink.
it just kind of folds in on itself.
Your vehicle just sort of goes kink.
Peekful Snarky Jackal over on Twitter is trying to push your buttons, I think.
My buttons?
I don't know, somebody's buttons. Why is it called street racing? The streets don't race. They don't even move. It's the cars that do the racing.
It's where you race. Track racing, street racing.
Tomato.
One's legal, one's not. Let's put it that way.
Somebody was watching Fast and Furious.
A little too much.
And they're like, we can do this. We're just going to take over.
We're going to do this, guys.
Because we can.
In San Francisco.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they've watched, like I said, too many movies. I just thought, we got this. This is going to be fun.
Very true, very true. Beef from the SUV. California is a whole or California as a whole? I need clarification, please.
The answer is yes. Yes.
You got it.
It's yes.
Yeah, you got it. That's
The answer is yes.
Toby letting us know that when we travel to Vegas, travel to Vegas, we need to tell him so that he can go buy us food.
No, I'm dead serious. Because my brother lives out there.
Yeah, and he is
so
definitely going to be there.
I'm going to go out there at some
sometime.
point, and I want to do something soon before they start trying to lock everything down again. They're already trying to,
next
but
week.
Probably. But that's why I want to hurry up and try and do so. I may not be able to, but
Probably not.
I want to get out there and do it. The only problem with it is, like I said, it'll probably be like a Wednesday through Saturday deal.
Yeah, so you'd have to like really work on getting everything going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
But it's I've been wanting to go for a while. He's been asking me to come out for a while, and so I
So
need
you got
to
things and stuff.
Go out
and
and
things.
get drunk is kind of the
That's the
is
deal.
plan. Get drunk and help him work on cars because he's got his own business working on cars.
Oh yeah, that's right. He
So,
does, doesn't he?
And so I either going to be doing that or drinking or
One or the
both.
other.
Probably do both.
Probably both.
I'm not going to be doing it. I'm not going to be doing as much gambling as I'd probably like to think I would.
Probably not.
I will do a little bit just for the sake of saying I did
You
it.
did it, and
But
that
that's
was
it. Yeah, it's.
Oh,
I'm not going to otherwise. So
well, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. That's not my thing.
now, because I always think, like, what can I do with this $20? Like, really?
Other than spend it on this.
Other than spend it on this, what else can I
Waste
do
my
with
time.
it? So,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, could be fun.
it could be. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, whenever anybody says Fast and the Furious, it reminds me of the same thing there, Slug. So I get you. I understand where you're at. What are you doing?
I'm responding.
Oh, okay.
But I'm doing it
In song. No. Doing it in memery.
Lone Gunman over on Twitter. Well, I'll catch up with you guys when the stupid stuff ends.
That's never.
Is it you talk about our stupid stuff
Or just in
the
general.
world? And because either one it's probably not going to happen.
Not happening, which means you'll see us tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fine too. Enjoy
Well,
your enjoy
tomorrow
the drinking.
for us, today for you.
Yeah.
You may not even hear this part. That's okay.
Oh,
Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it?
Ruba, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't forget we got that extra thing tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
I would have forgotten.
I know.
will tomorrow as well.
I know you will.
I'll start doing things like putting stuff up.
Oh no.
And you'll be like, no.
Prep is already being worked on.
Oh, is it? Oh, good.
Yeah, because I don't know. From what I'm gathering, it's actually just going to be
A thing?
nothing serious.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. So I can just shoot the shit then.
Yeah.
So extra bottle then apparently is what.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need an
Yeah.
extra bottle.
I may have to go pick one up tomorrow.
Extra bottle for tomorrow. Yes.
I need one anyway.
That wouldn't be bad.
This is Defenders Live.
Oh, this is some fantastic news.
Isn't it though?
All I'm going to say is we told you so.
Yes.
Those people who get the flu shot ahead of the 2019-2020 flu season were reportedly less likely to suffer from severe COVID-19 requiring emergency room services, according to ABC News.
Allegedly.
New research states that people who got a flu shot, just a regular
Flu shot?
run-of-the-mill
Flu shot.
flu shot, may have been less likely to suffer a severe COVID infection down the road.
So what you're saying is COVID is basically the flu.
That's kind of what we've been saying for a while. Yeah. And that they didn't have to worry about coming up with a
COVID vaccine.
vaccine, a quote unquote vaccine,
Right.
because
The flu shot.
the flu shot, which is in all aspects, as far as I'm concerned, the same thing.
Yeah.
It's still
yeah.
just as useless to a point, at least it is for me.
Of course, yeah.
But not everybody, it's that way. Some people it does work for. And
Some
that's-
people it does, and that's true.
That's
yeah.
fine. I don't poo-poo it on it. I do the same thing with the COVID thing. Fine. If it doesn't kill you and you're happy and it
works for you,
if it works for you, then knock yourself out.
That's great.
I, however,
Uh-huh.
I just don't do it.
Right.
But it's just funny that all of this stuff people were pushed for. And they actually sat there last year. There wasn't a flu season last year. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. There wasn't a flu
There
season.
wasn't a flu season
No
last year.
season of flu
They
last
completely wiped the whole thing off, said it, with all this COVID going on, there is no flu.
Wow, it's so crazy that the COVID is killing the flu.
Which, according to this research, basically would imply that if they hadn't opened their mouths and lied about it like that and turned around and actually made everything, and just said, hey, get your flu shot, do it. And like they do every year, I would go on a limb and say that this year the wintertime may not have been as bad as they said it was.
It probably was.
That little peak time as you got right
that
there.
peak time right there?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
right
As
there.
you're looking on the Facebooks and YouTubes and on Twitter and all
We're
that
going to
good
keep
jazz.
this. I want to
like
keep
this.
this.
This is a good one.
This is a good graph.
According to at least my understanding of what this article is saying and looking at that graph,
Yeah.
if they had not sat there and said, oh, we have no flu season. It's all COVID now. There's nothing you can do. Hide, hide, hide. Be scared, be scared, be scared.
Right.
Instead, just played it and went, all right, get your flu shots like you're supposed to and treat it like a normal thing. That giant jump right there and that little peak of where it's way the hell up there in January and probably wouldn't be there.
Talking about right, sure.
Between the October and the January where it peaked.
Yeah. So in October's when it started, and then when it peaked in January. Oh, and by the way, it's really funny because this is, April's, peak number there.
Yeah.
That's the first time it happened, and then everything automatically dropped back down again, which was weird because this is death, by the way. This is only the big number is literally only 75-year-olds and up. That's what's bothersome. And these numbers aren't big. Once again, like this tops out at 54 people per 100,000. Yeah. And that's for 75-year-olds
and up. Yeah.
So once again, like your peak numbers here, let's stop counting it. I'm not going to count anything above the age of 75 right now. Okay. So our peak numbers.
Okay.
For April of death. Had an average, had the mean of what? 15? No, sorry, not 15.
Don't ask me. You're the math guy.
18.
Okay.
18 people per 100,000 from 74 to 0. 0 to 74 years old. The death per 100,000 was 18 per 100,000. 18 deaths per 100,000 in April.
Well, and again,
and then we go,
I was gonna say, and just a little caveat to throw in here: keep in mind these are not 100% accurate, even in the numbers that they have,
right?
Because there was, again, somebody, got decapitated or fell into a wood chipper, and it was found out they had COVID because they had it on their system or they're asymptomatic or whatever.
Still got claimed.
So
it
wasn't accurate,
right?
So we're clear.
This is completely inaccurate as far as actual COVID cases because it doesn't make any sense to the way they did. And so there you go. Here's another one over back in January. Once again, January of this year. That was the biggest peak for 75 and up to die. Again.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
74 and down, though?
Yeah.
74 and down? You didn't even reach 20 people per 100,000 to die. How did we get so freaking upset about this thing? As a society. I don't care if you get it, if you catch it. And it sucks. I hear it's terrible. I hear not only do you lose your sense of smell, but a lot of people out there had to suffer a lot of problems, and there's a lot of issues, and they had pneumonia and other things and all the rest of it. Yeah. I get it. But it was treatable, and you could survive it. Yeah. As long as you didn't have a multitude of other problems in your system already.
But wait, there's more.
And you were under the age of 65.
Yeah.
You basically were going to live.
Yeah. I mean, your chances of living were high.
High?
Yeah. No, I said you had to put it like that. You can't say you're going to live. It was your chances of living were high.
Your chances of living were 99,994 out of 100,000.
Yeah, well.
That was your chance of living.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's there, but there's still that 0.06 or whatever that was.
99.9.
Yes, but
9.
You could have been
4.
You could have been that 0.06
out of 100%.
Yes, you could have been. I'm playing devil's advocate here. It is a possibility. You could have been that person.
Out of 100%, you spelt a word wrong by like adding an extra I, and they took off a tenth of a point.
Sure.
That's what happened here.
Still, the +1 PLOS One's research.
Plus one.
Which was published this past Wednesday, took in consideration medical records of more than 74,700 COVID-positive people across the United States, United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, Israel, and Singapore. Researchers determined that those people who had previously received the influenza vaccine during the previous 6 months were, quote, less likely to have had health complications related to their COVID infections.
So was the flu.
Findings noted that those people who did not receive flu shots were up to 20% more likely to be admitted to the ICU, up to 58% more likely to visit the emergency room, and up to 45% more likely to develop sepsis, up to 58% more likely to have a stroke, and 40% more likely to develop deep vein thrombosis, which compared to those that had received the influenza vaccine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty high percentage in those realms.
You realize that those percentages, as just a regular flu shot, like comparatively speaking, you're prone to those chances of getting stuff with the vaccine now.
Actually, the vaccine can cause those issues.
That's what I just said. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
and at almost those same numbers.
Ratios. So what it's saying is the new vaccine is actually more harmful to you than just taking a regular flu shot.
That's the way I'm reading it. That's the way I'm reading it.
That's the way I'm reading it too.
I'm just saying. Research, according to the outlet, corroborated the findings of several previous studies that found links between, quote, better COVID outcomes and flu shots, end quote. That prior research similarly did not find the flu vaccine offered any protection against COVID-19 death, the outlet added. Importantly, the flu shot's link to better COVID-19 outcomes doesn't necessarily mean it's protective against the novel coronavirus. While it is possible that the flu shot boosts immunity, it is also possible that people who opt to get the flu shot tend to be healthier overall than people who skip it, meaning they're already at a lower risk for COVID-19 complications.
That's an assumption.
That's a straw man.
That's a straw man assumption argument.
You can't throw that out there.
And for a person who's supposed to be in science and research, that is bullshit.
Yeah, you can't put that out there and be like, oh no, they're probably already because
they're probably already really health conscious and pretty safe.
That doesn't mean anything. Just because you get a flu shot, I don't get a flu shot, and aside from being fat because I don't get off my ass sometimes and exercise, I'm a very healthy person.
My dad has to get a flu shot.
I hope that day never comes.
Every year he is forced to get a flu shot from the VA.
I hope that never happens. Oh, you know they're doing that for COVID now.
I know. He's forced to get a flu shot from the VA every year.
F the VA.
And you know what? I'm sorry, but his health is nowhere close to good.
Yeah. So, just saying. It remains unknown whether the flu shot, which changes annually, will have the same effect in the upcoming flu season. Hold on a second. Remember, there was no flu season last year.
Right. We didn't have a flu season. We just had a COVID season.
It was all COVID. There was
Rabbit
no
season.
flu. Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
Fire.
Ah.
In the research, study authors concluded, quote, even patients who had already received the SARS-CoV-2 vaccine may stand to benefit of that given the SARS-CoV-2 vaccine does not convey complete immunity. I like how they threw that in there. Just saying,
It's not immune. You're not immune.
it's
You can
just
get sick
like
still.
the flu shot. You may still get it.
You're going to get it. It just won't be as bad.
And again, that's fine.
That's not what you
I
said
don't-
in the beginning.
Here's the thing with all of this. I don't have a problem.
That's not what they said in the beginning,
No, it's not.
though.
I know it's not. But I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with coming up with a vaccine
Sure.
to make things not as difficult.
Tolerable.
Yeah, because it has to really suck to, again, if I had
To
it,
mitigate those pains for people. That's great.
I'm not going to lie. If I had it back in December
Sure.
of 19.
It was bad.
It was bad.
You were
I think I
off.
had it. If that's what it was, I don't know. I didn't go to the doctor to find out. I came out fine.
Yeah.
If I got it, though, I'm not going to look
Does
at
that mean I was asymptomatic? Because, I was around you.
Yes, you were. We shared the same car.
Like, yeah, you were in my car throughout the whole day at that point. Like,
Yup.
yeah.
But what's funny is I got that. To my knowledge, nobody else in the building, our company or the other company we were for,
Right? None of them.
got anything.
No. And
So-
it didn't spread to me. It didn't spread to anybody else.
just
but
saying.
you were dying.
I did. I thought I was for a minute there.
Anyway.
But I mean, so it mitigates it. Would have been nice to have had something that would have
Sure.
maybe not made it as bad.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
But I don't look at it at any vaccine, especially from that angle.
Yeah.
I want it to either prevent it altogether or keep me from dying. Those are my 2 points of that's the waterline for me.
Yeah, that's your
I'm not going to take something. You're also talking to a guy, to be completely fair. Damn it.
To be fair.
You did it to yourself.
I know.
To be fair.
I don't even remember what the hell I was saying now. I'm so mad that I said it. I'm like, I'm so mad. I was like, daggone it.
Usually that's long enough to get your train back in motion.
I know. And it's not this time. You know why? Because I didn't have a sip of coffee. That was the problem. I usually have a sip while I'm doing that.
Calm yourself down, get back into it.
I don't even remember. What was I saying before? Like, seriously, I had a point. It was a legitimate point. I was trying to
talking about how the virus, how the vaccine was either something that was going to, 1, completely block it, or 2, save your life if you got the virus.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. What I was saying is, I'm the guy who I don't take Advil for a headache.
No, you don't.
I don't, because it's again the body is designed to take care of that stuff, and usually there are certain things that happen that causes headaches. You're not drinking enough water. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not eating enough. Whatever. There's all kinds of little things. Now you try to knock those out. I worked on cars my whole life. Okay? Since I was 15 years old, I've worked on cars. The thing I was always taught to do, damn mosquito, the thing I was always taught to do is, and the same thing applies everywhere, you get a list. When you take your car in, they're not going to be able to go, yes, this is it. Thank you.
Got it.
This is the one thing. Sometimes they're going to come back and go, well, it's, and give you a list. Okay?
Yeah.
What you do is you start with the cheapest, easiest first. And
Always.
Then you work your way down.
Right. You work on the simplest thing first, because more than likely that's what's wrong.
And that's the way I do things. So like I said, I don't take. Now, if I take medication for a headache or like Advil or whatever,
bad.
then I'm in pain and everything else has been exhausted.
Right. So it's the same idea. We talked about this prior to, you know, Advil's great for alleviating the symptom,
Yeah.
but not for fixing the problem, right?
And that's where I'm at with everything in life.
Your headache, if your eyes hurt, you obviously did something wrong.
Staring at the sun, you know, that sort of thing.
If you have a headache, it means that's your body's warning light saying, "Hey, stupid, you didn't do something."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like I come very, the mindset that I have is there's no point in fixing the symptom.
Right.
Because until the problem is solved, the symptom is just going to come back.
All the time.
And it's going to be more irritating. And whatever you did to fix it will not be as effective the next time.
Mm-hmm. And soon you'll gain a tolerance to that, the fix.
Yeah. And
you'll have to use more. And
bear in mind, that applies to everything in life. That's not just when you're talking about health of your body. That could be anything. That's, your relationships with people or, eating, whatever it is.
Yep.
You fix the problem.
Everything is good.
And that'll be fine.
Right. But if you only fix the symptom of whatever the problem is, if you only try and fix the symptom, you'll be chasing your tail for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Trying to figure
Isn't it
out what
fun?
the hell is going on.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's just, that's...
B from the SAV over on Twitter. I'm very healthy. I'm not getting the vaccine. Yearly doctor checkups, blood work, etc. Good and healthy. Haven't been sick in years. Any study can show any results. That's true too. I don't go to the doctor. That's how I know I'm healthy.
No, that's how you know you're stubborn. That's completely different.
I am. I'm very much
completely different than
I'm my
obvious.
dad in that one.
This
If I'm
is
not dead or
stubborn.
dying, we don't go to the hospital. I tell the boys that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's probably not smart, but
No, probably not.
But that's just my thought on it. Like,
But it's also, you don't want to become a hypochondriac or something like that.
yeah,
Be like,
exactly.
oh, I'm sick. I gotta go to the doctor. I might be dying.
Oblivion Flickering over on Twitter. You must believe our real science. In 10 days, we'll make the curve flatter than the earth. That is the
That is the-
Couchmeister General.
Well done.
That was fantastic.
That's very
I
good.
love it.
That's very good.
Anywho's and actually, you know what's funny? Slightly Venomous Kirk over on Twitter, reenactment of at Dylan Lyles and Stephen Airy sharing car rides.
It's
It's
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber driving. And you know what?
And you know, it's the floppy dog bus van thing. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
It's not wrong.
it's not wrong. I was going to
It's
say,
not
you
wrong.
have no idea how close to reality that actually is.
Like, that's really not wrong.
I'm telling you, one day
The
we're gonna
location of the vehicle is because it's a different type of vehicle. But basically, that's
No,
yeah.
it's the same. You're usually driving and I'm in the passenger seat.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the location of the vehicle, the type of vehicle.
Oh, that's
all it is. That's the only difference.
yeah, that's
Really,
that's
that's the only difference.
little stuff. No, I'm telling you, one day we should just drive
And do the video.
and do a video for it. Doesn't
We'll hook up little cameras on like each corner,
yeah, hook up. Just do one in the middle
one in the middle, and go.
and just drive. I'm telling you guys,
you don't know.
y'all think we're dumb now on
buddy.
air like this where we're attempting
No
to
clue
try
how dumb we are. Golly. You do not know how dumb we are.
I'm telling you,
how
this
stupid. Like, we'll forget that the camera's on.
I know we will. I know we will.
We'll just start going.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
One day we're gonna break that fourth wall.
I think so.
We might have to plan like something deliberate. I don't know what
A
we
deliberate
would do.
break. You know, it's going to take us like an hour. Like, it'll be an hour of like really awkwardness, like a big awkward thing.
Nah, because what you do is you're smart. If we're smart, we would start it and start the recording before we actually got in the car to drive. I think because if it's already in there
Yeah.
and set up,
And it would be fine.
then you just kind of overlook it.
It's just whatever it is.
I think it would work. I think it'd be fun, and then just do it as a live.
Do it as a live run for however long the car ride is.
Yeah, we just have to plan something because we can't just go like,
Yeah.
we're gonna drive to the beach and drive by. Go, oh look, there it is, and turn around and drive all the way back because that
Yeah,
would be just
that'd be bad. No, we can't do that. Speaking of bad things, going back to California, the electricity crisis in California is pretty bad.
yeah.
It's
well,
pretty bad.
it's not.
It's not good.
It's their fault.
Yes, of course.
They did it,
Yes, just like the water problem. It's
And-
their fault.
and the violence
And all the rest of it.
and everything else.
And the crap in the streets.
Yeah.
It's all their fault.
It's all their fault.
Yeah, but it's so bad.
How bad is it?
Thank you for asking. It's so bad that the state will pay some power customers to use their backup generators to ignore the carbon emissions target.
So they're actually, in a roundabout way, admitting that trying to be green as they do it and become carbon neutral is actually a detriment to the.
Oh, no,
state?
never.
They're not.
No. A drought and less than smooth transition from fossil fuels to green energy is putting severe stress on the power grid among the record high temperatures. California Governor Gavin Newsom, current governor,
The alleged governor.
alleged governor who's under pressure for a recall election, signed an emergency declaration on Saturday in order to address the power shortages and try to avoid those things like rolling blackouts.
Wow.
The emergency measure includes provisions that will pay some companies to use generators instead of relying on just the power grid.
Because the power grid is
Dead.
dying.
Yeah, because they
It's-
killed all of the ways to actually generate power
Yeah, it's
effectively.
it's going the way of old Yeller. Quick,
That's-
fast, and in a hurry.
That's what happens when you just decide that everything's going to be wind and solar powered.
Yeah, you don't just wake up one day and go, "This is a great idea." It is a great idea, but you can't just change things overnight.
Well,
I mean, I know they tried, and look what's happened. It's failing
yes,
severely.
incredibly so.
That's fantastic.
Incredibly
I mean,
so.
I feel bad for California.
Oh, no, I don't.
No, I do. They're
For the people. I feel bad
that's
for
what I mean.
some of the
that's
people.
what I mean. There
But
are
then
some
again-
good people in California. And
Yeah,
I
but
I'm sorry for them.
But then again, you also have to remember that they voted for this.
Well, not the good people.
Well, the good people are mostly in Northern California,
The good die young.
or they go to
Or they're in San
Napa.
Diego and don't give a damn.
yeah.
Like, screw this.
Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, the proclamation suspends certain permitting requirements to allow the greater energy production and creates incentives so that large energy users can move to backup power generators, freeing the energy capacity of the grid for everyone else. During critical times when extreme heat events or interruptions of transmission lines from wildfires or other causes threaten the energy supply this summer.
So again, just so we're clear, California decides that they're going to turn around and start fining people because they're not being green. They're not mitigating their
Yes.
carbon footprint.
Yes.
And now, because their plan is falling apart
Yes.
with such gusto
Yes.
that they have completely reversed gears and are now like, we'll pay you.
to get your generators back on
Get
and
your
stop.
stuff on. Which again,
Get off of my grid.
just so we're clear, by the way, I would think, and I don't know, I'm not doing their books in
Right.
California, but
Yeah.
my brain says that again, you could save a little bit of that money
Just by getting rid of the regulation altogether.
there, and the money that you're paying people to use their own stuff, you could probably dump into the grid to make it better. But what do I know?
But what do you know?
What do I know?
What do you know?
I'm just
It's not a problem, right?
I'm just a bald guy.
Yeah, you're just,
fat dude.
yeah. Well, you're not bald.
Yeah, I'm half bald,
Well, you did it to yourself, though.
and I like it.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, according to the analysis of Bloomberg Opinion energy columnist Liam Denning, 1 kilowatt hour of electricity produced by a backup generator uses 13,000 BTUs, while the same measure produced by a modern gas-fired power plant would only use about 7,000.
Well,
So
but who cares?
What
at
they're
this
saying
point?
is like they're doubling the BTUs by using backup generators, but who cares because they can't pay for the power in the first place.
No. They could. I mean, if they did it right, there's a lot of potential water sources and hydropower they could actually
Yeah, they really
tap
could.
into
They
if
really
they
could.
weren't trying to
Well, no, no,
keep alive a fish that can't swim.
That's right. I was about to say, if they weren't trying to keep things alive that don't need to be alive, and instead they were trying to keep things alive that do need to survive,
Yeah, 'cause
they
here's-
could use water wheels and all the rest of it by actually applying them and putting them into those giant ditches that they've got.
Yeah. Here's my thing about it. Like, again, going back to the fish, as we're going to talk about it for just a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
I figure it like this: if those fish have obviously been around for a while.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
They didn't evolve.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
No,
they
no.
devolved. I mean,
Well, whatever. The point is they didn't evolve to where they're at. Like they haven't always been. They've always been a fish that can't hardly swim.
Right.
And I'm going to go on a limb and say that for however many years they've been on this rock, they've done fine.
ish.
Without no. If they're here and in plenty, then they've been
They're in
doing
supply.
fine.
Yeah, they're
I'm
fine.
not saying don't be a good steward and with what you have and the things that you touch, and
Sure.
don't just destroy something for the sake of destroying it.
Right. But if
At the
something
same
is
time-
naturally dying,
Yeah, if
if it's naturally going away because, well, it's not good enough to survive,
well, I was saying, I figure God's got this. Leave it to God to handle, and you just do you.
right. Well,
Again, don't destroy it, but don't destroy your stuff too in the process of trying to
save one thing. I'm going to
Yeah.
save this thing, but I'm also destroying an entire population of something else.
Yeah. Oh, and then you're going to turn around, but again, you're trying to save a fish that can't swim, but you have no problems aborting an unborn child.
Right. There's problems here. This is. Well, that one's not in a womb. Yeah.
And
It also can't talk or
that one,
think, or-
the one in the womb may grow up to cure cancer.
and you just killed it.
And
Good
you
job.
killed it. Congratulations. Kirk's slightly bred wife over on Twitter. We didn't need your validation to find the truth in this statement, referring to our the little gif of us driving in a car. I mean, I figure everyone
Fine.
knew.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Everybody knew.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to clarify in case there was somebody out there going, no, that's no way.
That's not
We
what-
wanted to
yeah,
make it
that's not
clear. We wanted to make it understood.
We know that you know.
B
Okay?
from the SAV.
That's what we're saying.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sorry, guys. We're having lots of internet trouble. No live show. Thursday. Hey, guys, let's do a live stream driving down the road.
Heck yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot of things.
And that's what makes it exciting.
You know, what else makes it exciting?
American Pride Roasters coffee,
Oh,
which we would have to have
while driving.
in order to drive. Yeah, I think so.
Because I can't drive for long distances without coffee.
Exactly. Because it is historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth.
Don't forget, go check out mojo50.com.
Yeah, do that.
They're good. They're great people. They've kept us on for
God bless them. Well,
however long.
that doesn't...
No, that's the charity on them.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. They're really good
Gotcha.
people. Go check them out. Also, go to our website, doaeshow.com. That's doaeshow.com. Don't forget to become a defender with us. Go check out the website. Get all the merch if you want to. Any of those things will help support us. And if you've got a question, you've got a problem, you've got an issue you need solved, drop a line at Dear Defenders.
Yep.
On our website, doaeshow.com. Dear Defenders, check it out. We've got another hour.
Fat man stretching. Oh, bloody. Oh, balada.
Life goes on.
La la la, life goes on. Oh, beg your pardon. Good Lord. Right into the mic, too. That's fantastic. Oh, sweet nectar. You just never know. What you doing there, meat man? Oh, dear Jesus. Say that again there, meat man. I couldn't understand you because I was looking at this really old lady over there. So look at the balloons on there. That's a what did you say? I'm so sorry.
I said, man, you want to go to the play?
Holy God.
What? Jiminy Cricket.
Kind of a day late and $1 short, but appreciate it.
Sure. All right. And approved. We should do the entire show like that. Think about it.
It's Carl and Meatwad.
Carl and Meatwad. Do a whole show as Carl and Meatwad.
Yeah, you know, the electricity crisis in California is so bad the state will pay. Some people can kick us, but
Oh, dear Jesus.
Oh, God.
No, I can't do that.
What?
Not for the whole hour.
Oh, well, you know.
Not even for a part of it.
I was going to say, you know, one story.
Oh, don't care. Do-do-do-do-do.
That could be great. What is this? What is this?
I don't know.
What is this?
Schematic diagram of
Systema-
geothermal energy utilization.
Yeah.
I can't do math, but I'll be damned if I can't read.
Right, especially that far away. I can read, son.
And it's fuzzy, too, and I still got it.
Yeah, it really is fuzzy.
No, I agree with that. If they
Yeah,
Just-
shoot. Let's do it.
Because nuclear is the way to go. Nuclear.
Well, this is geothermal. It's not even nuclear.
Well, but I'm good with either one.
Yeah, no. I'd be all right with it. Beep, 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 beep. I'm even okay with like the three-eyed fish.
Oh my God.
What it? Oh! Oh!
Someone's got a concussion.
Oh!
Like that's not even.
That guy just got pile drived.
That was a girl.
That's a girl?
Those are
Two
girls.
girls?
Yeah.
Okay. That girl just got pile drived.
On
Literally on
concrete.
concrete. No, asphalt. That's asphalt.
Still bounced the head right off of off that ground, dude. Oh,
She did not
dear
expect
Lord.
that.
I did.
I'm going to tell you what. She did. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
My lord.
Oh my.
Wow.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, bleeding. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under. But now it's your turn to face.
Do.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No, we're not gonna do the voices.
No, not today. That is good. It's we should do that one day.
We could do a commercial.
We could do a commercial like that, or we could do.
Well, then no. If we do the commercial,
we could do
Hold
one
on.
segment.
If we do a commercial. Because my problem is it's going to transition from Carl into Roz.
Yeah.
And then back again.
Yeah, that is an issue. We're gonna do something with those
We'll
with voice.
figure out something. If we, you know what? Look.
This is what we do on the road. Literally,
This is why. No. What we need to like doing voices and like that's the stuff that we would need to do for a live show for
like a live audience show.
Yeah, like on the stage, somewhere like that. That's where that comes in. And that's what makes it special. If you can just get it here, then there's no point in going there.
Right.
So there you go.
What are you doing?
You were very, I don't want to say excited about this one.
No,
but
I know how you're going to react to this one.
Yeah, the headline has got me.
I know,
my eye
I know,
twitching
yeah.
just a tad. So go ahead.
All right. Authorities arrested a YouTuber, Chris Chan.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Chris Chan is a biological male.
Oh, damn it. See, I can already tell. I can tell when you preface it by emphasizing that he's a biological male.
Right.
That this is a fellow who doesn't believe that he is actually a male. So this is a trans type gender.
We'll see.
Transgender type
We'll
individual.
see. We'll have to work this out slowly.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna work this out piece by piece.
I don't know if I can survive it slowly.
Piece by piece. We're gonna do it.
Like
piece
Chinese water torture.
It's gonna be good. Okay. We got this. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Chris Chan is a biological male, also known as Christine Weston Chandler. After Chan reportedly, yeah.
Okay.
And authorities have arrested Chris Chan.
Okay.
After.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Question.
Okay.
Did they arrest Chris Chan or did they arrest Christine Weston Chandler?
Both.
They can't.
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
No, they can't.
Well.
Because only one of them.
One's a stage name.
Fair enough. I'm moving.
One's a stage name. That's
Fair enough.
It's
Moving
a
on.
YouTube name only. It's,
Okay.
Okay. That's what we're doing here.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? First, I'm gonna.
He was arrested. You don't want to start there?
Arrested. Yeah. He was arrested.
Okay. Or she, whatever.
Well,
He says you should.
authorities arrested Chandler in Charlottesville, Virginia,
Okay.
Monday.
It's a rough place. It's kind of known for issues. Okay. You're horrible at reading this.
No, it's not that.
Are you just piecing it? You're trying to
I'm trying to piece
okay.
it together the best way possible here
Okay.
because this is a sensitive subject.
Okay.
It's
okay.
sensitive, so I'm just trying to piece together. He was arrested
Throwing a coffee table out the
No.
window because he keeps smashing his toe
No,
on it.
he
I know
was
that's a
arrested,
sensitive thing
and he
for
was
me.
sent to a female prison.
Why do I feel like that's not the worst of it?
See, he was listed as female on the police report, and so he will be jailed with female inmates.
Of course he will.
He was sent to Central Virginia Regional Jail without bail.
Good. Good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Because what could go wrong?
Well, you see, the problem is that he was arrested for raping his mother.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Got to back that train up just a tad. So let me get this clear. A biological man
Yep.
who is convinced that he is a woman,
Yep.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
Right.
raped his mother,
Yeah.
who was arguably probably a woman.
Is definitely.
Okay. Is a woman.
Yep.
So
Who's
a man.
Hold on. Okay.
Just we're kidding. A man raped a woman.
Yep.
And because this man says he's a woman, they sent him to a woman's prison.
Yes.
Again, what could go wrong? He did just rape his mother.
Who's 79 and with dementia.
Oh, good. So, it'd be fine. He's not going to
Be
do
good,
it.
right?
He's not going to do anything
No
wrong in
problem.
this prison.
I see nothing.
Guarantee he will be the model prisoner there,
Yes.
or she, whatever.
Shim.
They're never an issue. Not going to hear a peep out of him.
Never gonna
It's
be a problem.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Who the hell thought this was a good idea? Like, forget the whole.
Charlottesville police.
Well, but I'm saying the magistrate over there, who again, think about this. Forget the fact of whether he thinks he's a guy or a girl,
Sure,
or
yeah,
how all that goes
Mm-hmm,
down, or whatever. Forget all of that. Forget that for just a moment. This individual was charged with rape, and you're going to put this individual into a secure facility with members of the same gender that he just raped.
Allegedly.
And you think that's a good idea?
Yeah. Chandler made the purported admission about the whole, received information about the sex crimes, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, you mean he received the information?
Yeah, well, they received the information about Chandler. But
Oh.
he purportedly admitted during an 8-minute phone conversation with a friend.
Does it take 8 minutes to hey, I just raped my mom. Don't worry,
Which-
she'll never remember.
Yeah. At the phone conversation, which, he
Yeah.
reportedly said that his mom made the first move.
So?
She has dementia.
Even if she'd made the move, you as a never mind, I was going to say as a well-minded human being, but apparently not.
Not-
You're convinced
no,
that you're a
you're not-
girl,
yeah,
or at
you're
least
not
telling people you're a
well-minded.
girl.
Not well-minded.
Your own mom, dude. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously. And not a qualm about it at all. No issue. No. Oh, no,
Apparently
I
not.
this probably shouldn't do it. Wow. And again, put him into a female prison. Yeah. I hope, because female prisons are no joke, just so we're clear. Like, they are rough.
Yeah, they are.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
hoping this guy kind of
Tries to do something
finds a bowling pin stuck in an orifice.
or 5.
Yeah.
All of them. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
Just because.
Like something big enough to make it painful in every orifice, even your ear hole.
Yeah. I would argue, I don't. I'm not going to say anything.
No? No?
Because this is disgusting.
How about this? Reportedly, continuing on,
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
during the conversation, he said God said it was okay.
Wow. So that clearly the mental issues.
Apparently, the
mental issues
dementia,
run
the
in the
dementia
family.
of the mom has passed down to the son.
Well, not, I wouldn't call that dementia per se, but
Well,
definitely.
It has definitely caused some detriment to his psychological health.
Absolutely, as mom has. So again, that's genetic, I would argue.
I would have to say that's genetic.
And if you're doing your own mom who is 79, then
And also dementia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah, well, in other news,
Okay.
female prisoner in a women's advocacy group pled with the state of California not to implement new pro-transgender laws that would force state prisons to accept biological males. The inmates and their advocates warned Governor Newsom of the new administration that nothing good would come of it, citing fears of abuse and sexual disease and pregnancy.
No, that again. Why? I mean, we just did the story about the guy who says he's a girl and raped his mom. There's not going to be any problems at all.
Allegedly.
In response to these concerns, the state handed out condoms and pregnancy resources. Now, according to the leading liberal women's organization that opposed the pro-trans policy, one state's major women's prison now has at least one pregnant inmate who was impregnated by one of the penis-bearing biological male transfers.
So,
Penis-bearing transfer. That is now the name of any male going into a female prison. You are a penis-bearing transfer.
I don't know why it makes me giggle, but it does.
It makes me giggle too. It's funny. It's really funny.
Sounds like a description of like some Tolkien character or something.
Penis-bearing transfer.
Oh my God.
It's just too good.
Walking wounded slug. I'm starting a betting pool. How long before the other inmates report the guy for raping them? You want to
5
take
minutes.
a bet?
I'm going 5 minutes here.
I don't even think that long. I don't think
it's going to be reported. I think he's just going to be beaten to death.
Toby McAvoy also, there's at least one unemployed psychotherapist in Charlottesville. At least one.
At least one.
Possibly two.
Maybe a couple of them.
So back in California, though,
Yeah.
they make this whole thing. Don't worry, we're going to make concessions. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to protect the women. Nothing's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then...
Since the new law was put into place, SB 132 went into effect in January, the state has received more than 300 penis-bearing male transfers. I love
You just keep saying it on purpose because it's funny.
I know. And none of the requests have been denied. Can't deny the penis-bearing transfer.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
That's what it
Again,
says.
I would still argue that for those of those that are in the prison, and I understand that you're there for a reason, you're in punishment, whatever, however you want to look at it, that still would fall then when you have to be subjected to being worried about
that
rape and
pregnancy and all
pregnancy.
That. Yeah, no.
Which again, as I stated before, female prisons are not exactly a walk in the park.
No, I mean
They
you're
can
gonna get hurt.
It can get pretty bad if you cross the wrong person, piss them off. But that's any prison, though. Technically,
Yeah. But women
are a little bit more vicious.
They're pretty vindictive about things. Like
there's a little bit more.
guys will just beat each other up.
And be done with it. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I understand that technically women's prison is a little rougher, and we're going to go that route. Having said all that, though, they kind of maintain their own hierarchy and all that jazz. So you would think that anybody who gets in there should not have to be worrying about some guy raping them now.
Right. You'd at least think that you'd be okay with not having to worry about that.
Because
But apparently,
wouldn't that fall under cruel and unusual punishment at that point?
Yes.
If that becomes that, because that's a
if that
psychological
becomes
issue. That's a fear.
That is a fear and a cruel and unusual punishment. Yeah, being locked up with a bunch of horny males at that point. Yeah, out of the 300 that have requested transfer and not being denied, 20 have already actually happened.
Wow.
And been processed. Yeah, despite the claims that's from the state that the inmates being transferred claim to be female, the CCWF, the women's liberation thing, began to offer never before needed condoms to inmates. Never before needed. The move was said to have, quote, been was a tacit admission by officials that women should expect to be raped when housed in a prison with men.
Yeah, we kind of figured that.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of segregating the women and men from in the first place.
Right. Cruel and unusual punishment. You're supposed to stop that from happening.
Yeah, you're not you can't do it like that.
And, yeah.
I believe in flickering over on Twitter, it makes a good point. Sometimes a girl just can't help but use her penis to rape her mother. And you can't. You can't argue with that logic.
I guess not.
Because it happened.
It happened.
It happened.
It happened.
So
I guess not.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic. California literally is attempting to try and dig its way to the 7th level of hell, I argue.
You were arguing, and I think you might be right.
I might be making a good point here.
You might be making a good point there. That's
Someone called Dante. We've got to get this on.
There's an inferno needed, and it's in California.
Get this show on the road.
They've already lit it on fire 12 times this year,
Yeah.
so it's no problem, really. Yeah, Donna, over on the Facebook, I want to see the Defenders do a driving video in the style of the dude who sings while he drives, like Walking on Sunshine. I'm gonna tell you this, and it is completely honest. That is literally our drive.
More or less.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
When we make voices, we do stupid things, and we do a lot of singing.
Yeah, just
Funny enough,
it is a little weird how that works out.
it's a lot of weird stuff going on.
But it's fun.
Yeah, there's no touching.
I wonder if we should. How funny would it be if we took one of our cars and made it a lift, and you and I both just drove around and just acted like us, picking up people and driving around, and then filming it?
I used to drive.
Either Lyft or Uber or do both.
Yeah, I used to do Uber, so like it's not that difficult.
No, it's not. It's not. And we can have both of us in the car, just being us,
Yeah.
always recording.
And I mean, I've got a really clean car. I can make this work.
That- Defenders Live on location.
On drive. It'd be like the taxi cab one where the
Oh yeah, what is that? Karaoke taxi or whatever? Taxi karaoke.
that or the one where he was doing the pop quiz. I forget what it was called.
What was that one called? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Cash cab. Cash cab.
That's it.
This is cash cab. Yeah, cash cab. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I think that would be awesome.
That would be fun.
People pop in and they see the
Hey,
cameras
what's going
everywhere.
on there, guy?
They see the cameras everywhere and they're like, "What's going on?" Oh, well, it's kind of like cash cab,
Have the little lights flicker.
Yeah, sure. Buy those little $20 streams of LEDs and plug them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drive and you just operate all of them, make them all.
Yeah,
do
make them all
whatever.
flashy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'd be good.
I think it could work.
I think so.
It might be all right. So, the Yahoos.
I do.
The
Saturday.
Yahoos does the news and the sports and stuff.
Okay.
They do the news and the sports.
They
and all the
do.
rest of it.
They
And,
do. Which is a
mean,
weird thing to think of.
They're
but-
very underrepresented in the news cycle and all the rest of it because it's Yahoo. Nobody
Well-
cares about Yahoo, and Yahoo got killed by Google. So
Well, but what's funny with Yahoo, of anything I've noticed here lately, is what Yahoo does is they'll tweak the headline just a tad,
just a hair.
and then they will literally copy and paste
Exactly what everybody
from
else
their
says.
source. So,
Yeah.
like, it'll be something from the Washington Post, and they'll credit it. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, they'll say
but
this
they'll
is from the
throw it up
Washington
there as their kind of their thing, and it's
But it's from the Washington Post.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Taxi Cab Confessions. That was the other
That's
one.
it.
That was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. This is a Yahoo original.
Okay.
Yahoo original.
Yahoo original.
The sports section. And I'm not a sports guy.
I used to be. I just don't care anymore.
I'm not a sports guy, but this is from the sports section. I want you to listen to this, okay?
Okay.
This is from Dan Wetzel.
Wetzel.
Wetzel's opening salvo was pretty much says that China's kicking her ass in the Olympics.
Wow. Don't hold any punches there.
No,
Okay.
that's the biggest deal.
Is that what he said?
Although China is kicking the United States' tail, at least for now, in these Olympics. Although you wouldn't know it if you just scanned the medal table in the American media.
Okay. So what's the point?
His point is, if you're not first, you're last.
All right, Ricky Bobby.
I'm not joking. That's his point. If you're not first, you're last. See, his argument is that in the U.S. news outlet, even on his own in Yahoo News, they're tallying the Olympic medals just by number. Okay? Just by sheer number alone. They're not saying how many gold, how many silver. And usually they would. They'd push out, hey, America's won this many. We're this far ahead of everybody in the gold count and the silvers and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. Right?
Okay.
And they push that idea.
Yeah.
His problem with it is that's not what they're doing.
Okay.
They're saying America's number one in the count.
The total,
count.
not okay.
We're getting creamed in golds.
Well, duh. Because we don't have a standard for anything anymore.
But I mean, okay, so when I say creamed, we're not technically. The U.S. has 79 medals.
Okay.
China has 70. Okay.
Well, they did, and the Olympics are over.
Sort of. Anyway, this
And
was
it-
from.
I don't know.
This is from.
This
like
is
a
when
few
it was
days-
written the other
this was
day.
a
on
few days
Wednesday.
ago. Anyway, but China has 32 gold at the time,
Okay.
where U.S. only had 25
Okay.
out of those. So his point is very simple.
That he has nothing better to talk about than.
Well, he's
That's the point I'm getting.
He's a columnist for sports on Yahoo. He doesn't have anything else to talk about. No, the Olympics is all he's got. Okay, so he's writing it for the best he can. But
bless his heart.
yeah. But I think what he's trying to say here, and what it comes across as for everything that's going on, is if you're not first, you're last. Why are we so bent out of shape and so great about, yeah, we got this many medals when we didn't get gold medals? When we can't beat a country like China in gold medal counts.
Because again, that's the standard that we're at now. If you can't win, that's what this whole Olympics, at least from the American standpoint, has been, is if you can't do it of actual God-given talent and effort, then you adjust things, you tweak things to fit the narrative so you still come out on top. I mean, they were so proud of the transgender weightlifter who lost, by the way.
Yeah, completely. Like, couldn't even lift the last thing. 3 attempts, 3 fails, let it go.
And it was a guy in a woman's body, allegedly.
Not even, no. It was a guy in a guy's body.
I know, pretending to be a girl.
Like, everything was still guy there.
Uh-huh.
That was all guy all the time.
Sounds like a
All man all the time.
tune in on Friday nights.
Old man.
It's just, but that's how this whole thing has been. It's been about making points. It's not been about what the Olympics. I used to love the Olympics as a kid.
Yeah.
I did, because my brain read it, and this might have been just adolescent ignorance, but my brain saw it as this is the opportunity where the entire world for a moment kind of put all their crap aside.
Yeah. And got together to just have fun.
Together to have fun, to compete, to see who was better in a way that wasn't, war.
It was war without war.
Yes. And yes, it was awesome because, America was always winning and always doing better. But that's because we held the standard. We said, this is the best. We are going to be the best and screw everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. This year proved
We were not that way anymore.
everything has been about social arguments. Everything has been about all these, just letting the transgenders in and all of this stuff. I don't have a problem with a transgender individual being in the Olympics. I don't. The problem I have with it is if you're going to be, say in the case of the weightlifter, you better have gone through the entire surgery and have been through said surgery and completion. You need to be post-op. My
Full
humble
post-op.
opinion,
Full post-op.
post-op for a minimum 4 years. Minimum. That's just my opinion.
just
I
to
mean,
get-
I'm not the boss, but because
And
then
also
that
on
way,
a constant stream of the hormone things and everything else.
That's what I'm saying is there's too many variances in there. You can't be fair about it. You want to have a transgender Olympics? Cool.
Have one.
I don't see
Have
what,
one. It's fine.
I don't see what the problem is. It might be interesting.
Honestly, I told you should put it into the Special Olympics. Have a special transgender time.
Now you can't do it because then they're going to be like, you're calling us insane. At this point, I'm not
we're-
even doing that.
We're calling you special
Yeah, but
because you are. You're a special little snowflake.
I'm just saying, even have our own separate thing. I don't care. Just, you can't mix this stuff and then expect people who actually legitimately try and work their tail off for 4 years or more,
Yeah, their entire life.
to turn around and just kind of get pushed back to the wayside and no. It sucks, and it's not fair. That's not real competition.
Nope.
So just get rid of the Olympics if this is how it's going to be.
Yep. Just wow.
But did he though?
No, he didn't.
Did he really?
That's the lie. That's the best lie.
Because I think the balls are still there.
They're there. They is there, son.
It may not be nothing big, but
They're there.
there.
Little shrunken, shriveled up,
Just a teensy weensy little bit.
and not from the not from the testosterones.
Almost comedians in cars getting APR coffee.
Hell yeah, it's the best.
Oh my goodness. We would have to like plan like something like what we should have done, and we regretted it. But
Because we didn't do it.
when we went to go get fireworks for the 4th of July, we should have.
Oh yeah, we should have been on the road.
Because that would have been a perfect thing. We get there and it's like, oh, we're done. Oh, look, now we got to drive home now. Oh, yay. We should have.
Yeah, do like little clips of us buying the stuff and talking about it, and because that's what it would have been. Because that's exactly what it was. Like, it was Dylan walking. I thought that they had mortars here. I thought
it was cheaper. In my day, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but it's funny because we found out that all of those things that he thought was there were going to be there. We were late by a week.
Yeah.
We were just late by a week.
And we'd planned it. We should have went because we talked about it too. We're like, oh, we need to go this weekend. Nah, we'll wait. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
But I like the way we did it.
Yeah, because it worked out better for us.
It did.
We only had to like 3 things
And walked
and
away.
walked
It was
away.
good.
It's perfect.
It was fine.
Only if I had gotten that walk away scene.
Oh, I
It would
know.
have been
I
even
kind
better.
of.
Dang
Now
it.
we know.
Yeah. Noak's half the battle.
And you do it in the slow mo too.
Yeah.
Put it to.
This is Defenders Live.
Pretty intent over there. What's going on?
Huh?
Yeah?
What?
You're pretty intent over there.
No,
you okay? Everything okay?
My cousin texted me. I'm texting back.
Oh, okay. What was it?
I was in the middle of doing it. I was hoping to be done. And
We're in
then
the middle of a
music-
show.
I know. The music died fast.
I mean, we're you know. Hi, cousin.
Hi.
Hey, cuz. In the middle of a show here.
Hold on.
Going on. It's not
Okay,
like
there we
it's
go.
not like we're professional or anything.
No, we're not.
I just say.
Really? All the tangents we do and we're
Yeah,
worried
I know,
about
right?
professionalism. No, we're
Well,
fine.
No, it's fine.
So Democrats at Capitol Hill are reportedly setting their sights on wealthy people's, quote, supersized retirement savings accounts, end quote, as one of the ways to pay for a litany of progressive wish list items included in their mammoth $3.5 trillion plan.
So the $3.5 trillion,
spending
the
plan.
spending plan,
Yeah.
the money that they said that don't have to worry about because they've got it, they can take care of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming after your savings now.
Yep. Politico reported Tuesday that congressional Democrats are aghast, quote unquote, that some people have managed their wealth responsibly and amassed a multi-million-dollar individual retirement account while others have next to nothing. An unacceptable imbalance of the democratic socialist state that the lawmakers hope to create.
Well, that doesn't matter because that's somebody's blood, sweat, and
How
tears.
dare these
That is-
people
oh
actually
my God.
manage their money properly?
I know, right? How dare you be a responsible adult
Travesty.
and decide from one day on that you are going to make sure and plan out the rest of your life securely.
I mean, how dare they?
How dare you?
How dare they? These so-called quote-unquote mega IRAs are said to be on the table to, quote, bankroll their multi-trillion-dollar plan of liberal spending priorities.
It's
end
not your
quote.
money. It's not your money.
Oh, well, no, it's not. But they're going to find ways to do it. According to the Political Report, Democrats say they are aghast of hundreds of Americans with IRAs worth more than $25 million, and nearly 30,000 have accounts with balances topping $5 million.
Okay.
While many others have little to no retirement savings.
That's because of your own responsibility.
Yeah, it's your own choices there. Going after supersized retirement savings accounts like that could drum up substantial revenue for the $3.5 trillion plan. Democrats say in an exact though an exact figure is unclear.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're before we get there, okay?
Okay.
So they want to drum up some money.
Yeah, I don't know how they would pull that off.
30,000 accounts at $5 million.
Okay. So we'll take what? $1 million, just for easy
No.
things.
We'll do $5 million. 5 and 3.
Yeah, but so you can't take $5 million from the $5 million. They're
No,
not going to.
no, I'm saying that's what they're going to do. Even if they took everything. Here.
Yeah, okay. I get you on.
Okay. 30,000, $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 30,000 and $5 million. Right?
Yeah.
Right? That's $150 million.
Yeah.
Okay. That's only $150 million. When we're talking about 3.5 trillion, that is literally pissing in it.
Yeah, you could take literally all of their money and you still wouldn't even come close to even 1 trillion. Well, you might hit a trillion.
Right. Now they say hundreds. When they do say hundreds, when they say things like, "Oh, there's hundreds," that means there's at least 100.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for mathematical
We're gonna-
purposes, we'll say 100.
No, I'm going to double up. I'm going to say 200.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say 200.
Getting ballsy there.
Yeah, I'm going to balls up.
Okay.
Right. Unlike the other person.
Unlike the.
Yeah, I'm going to be ballsy here. So 200 people, because it says hundreds, 200 Americans have IRAs worth more than $25 million. Now, we wouldn't know the numbers because we aren't the IRS.
Yeah.
And the IRS is the only one that knows how many people have all of this money, which is why I fucking hate the IRS. They don't need to know how much money you have.
Nope.
Anyway, 200.
Okay.
Okay.
Times 25 million.
Times 25 million. So that's 2 times 25.
Mm-hmm.
50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. A whole 5 billion.
5.
So even if you combine the two,
That's 5 billion
150 million.
and 150 million.
$5 billion, $150 million.
Right. Yeah.
It's a long way from 3.5 trillion.
It's nowhere close.
Yeah.
It is not. It is one. It is. It is 5/3 of 1%. It is 3/5 of 1%. So
There you go.
3/5 of yeah.
5/3.
It's 5/3 of 1%.
You can't have 5/3.
Yeah, well, it's 5/3 of 1%.
Yeah, but you still can't have 5/3.
It's 1.666% of 1%.
Yeah, I get that part.
Okay,
but,
so it's 5/3 of 1%.
whatever. Now you're hurting my head.
It's nothing.
Yeah, it's
is
the
what I'm
point is
saying.
it's not even gonna come close.
Useless. It is crap.
And again, all because these people are actually doing what the government is not.
And they're doing what they were told to do, what regular people should do.
Yeah.
But it's what your grandparents told you to do. It's what your parents told you to do. It's what your great grandparents did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the be fiscally responsible. It's the one thing that our government can't do.
Yeah, they haven't done that for
Years,
10 years, 12
no,
years.
No, 150 years.
Well,
No,
I know.
No,
Well, no.
100.
Go back to Coolidge.
Okay.
Fixed it, and then it
100
did a
years.
huge
We'll say
change.
110 years.
Still, the point goes.
Yeah.
Is that they're not doing anything. They're not managing the money properly. And when
Yeah.
they see other people have and they're successful and blah blah, how dare they? How dare they be actually?
How dare you?
Thank you. How dare they actually sit and be responsible? How dare they forego, a Starbucks coffee now to have more money down the road when they can't work or when they're old time and they don't then live off the government. 'Cause
How dare
that's-
they do rice and beans and beans and rice and rice and beans every freaking day?
Yeah, because that's really what it boils down to. It's not even so much that they have this money and it's not fair on other people. The government wants to have these old people on the dole, and they are not going to be on the dole when they're sitting on
Their own money.
$25 million.
Yeah, when they're sitting on their own money.
Yeah. Because they're independent, the government is pissed. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with the dollar value. Has nothing to do with how many accounts there are out there. They're in the millions. It's the fact that these individuals are free, as human beings are truly free, and it pisses the government off.
Right.
Period.
And what they're talking about, 3.5 trillion, it is literally 1 year's worth of money that they're talking about here at this point. Not even a year's worth, but still, the 3.5 trillion is one plan. One plan that's not going to fix anything.
Yeah.
It's actually just going to spin us into oblivion even more.
Even more.
And it's going to be wasted about 90% because why? It's the government.
Yeah. Yep. The report didn't make clear exactly how the Democrats plan to go after the money, but the fact is that even under consideration is likely to be concerning, if not troubling, for many Americans. And just as a tidbit from off of this little point, that includes anybody who is currently doing the right thing.
Right.
You may not be at that $1 million level yet. You may not be up there and have a bunch of stuff in there. But this is a sign. This is a precedent they're getting ready to set. Is if they can go after and successfully take this from these people, you might as well kiss any chance of having anything yourself goodbye.
Yeah.
Unless you literally take it and bury their money into the ground. That's the closest thing you're going to be able to do.
Right.
And that sucks, but it's true. In addition to taking money from the rich Americans' retirement savings accounts, Democrats are reportedly considering several other options to pay for liberal priorities, such as free community tuition or free college tuition, child care assistance, universal pre-K,
Sure.
Climate change efforts, and so much more.
All that's included.
Yeah. Quote, we're going to pay for $3.5 trillion.
Yeah.
That is according to the Finance Committee Chairman, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, who is tasked with raising revenue. That's what he insisted. Quote, we expect to be working all through the summer.
Excuse me, whose revenue are you trying to raise?
Not ours.
Not ours. Not this. Not me. Not us. Nice to say knee over there at Stephen Airy has been listening to Dave Ramsey. Beans and rice, hashtag beans and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a long time ago. I went through the course multiple times, actually.
Yeah, I have too.
I have the books. I have the videos. I have the stuff.
Yeah, I know the right way to do it. I
used to listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
Driver.
I used to too, and it just got irritating after a while because
I know how to do it. And
Yeah.
I have actually been doing
the
a
only
lot of it.
the only thing I want to do that I need to do, and I haven't done it yet, and it's kind of because of certain situations. I really want to get into a compound interest IRA account. Starting now. I mean, I know I'm late.
Oh yeah, but
I figure if I could dump something between now and
just keep on dumping little bits.
that's what I'm saying. Between now and retirement, I could, because I don't want to end up.
I know how to make my emergency fund, buddy. Okay,
Yeah, I know how to do
I
that.
can make my emergency fund. I know how to save 3 to 6 months. I know how to start my snowball. Actually, I've been doing the snowball recently
Yeah, I'm slowly doing it myself.
because my snowballs were the small credit cards.
Mine
I don't
too.
have much. Like,
don't.
When we're talking about like actual debt, it's two credit cards and 2 cars, but the cars are because the other ones died, so I had.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the car and 3 credit cards,
and they're really inexpensive anyway.
and the credit cards are under $1,000 total.
Yeah, and they're really inexpensive anyway. So it's just little piecemeal things.
Anywho's,
Yeah.
among the other options are jacking up the corporate tax rate, increasing taxes on the wealthy, increasing capital gains tax, lowering prescription drug costs.
How do you lower? How is this going to help revenues?
Well, if you lower prescription drug costs, then more people buy medication.
Yeah, but it gives less money to the companies, so they can't actually make any more medications.
Well, they can because it's usually government funded anyway.
Then we're going to be spending more money as a government instead.
But if they lower that cost,
then we're still going to be spending more money
it
as a
makes
government.
sense if you're a thief.
Right.
Anywho, enforcing companies to pay back consumers for scams and deceptions. So now they're trying to actually force companies to be on the hook for people who set up scams and stuff in their name. Many of the options are unchanged from the ones the Biden administration touted earlier this year to pay for its long-term economic recovery plan.
Yeah.
The tax hike on the plan would amount to the largest increase in almost 30 years and would cost an estimated 1 million jobs in 2 years.
Would cost us 1 million jobs.
Yeah, because
it's about the
you make money when you don't work.
Yeah, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon over there. How is that raising revenue?
Yeah, working really good over there.
Oh yeah, apparently.
Oh, TechRoo wants this article, by the way.
Okay, I got you.
I
I got you, Tech.
Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. It's not fair that you have more than your neighbors. Of course, our neighbors are very rich, so there's no problem for us.
No.
Yeah.
Come on. It's no big deal there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Walking Wounded Slug is upset because, she just wants a meteor dropped on the western half of the state already.
Well, that's because
Oregon.
of Wyden, apparently.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Isn't it great? Isn't it great?
Isn't it good?
Isn't it wonderful?
Isn't it lovely?
Isn't it wonderful?
That's right. No, it's not.
It's not.
Not at all.
Speaking of other things that you should be really worried about,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the whole government overreach,
things and
Yeah.
stuff.
extending powers beyond that of what they should be doing, and in some cases, possibly actual illegal
Activity.
activity. Mainstream media is putting in zero effort when it comes to their defense of the President Joe Biden's. This latest example is in response to Biden's illegal actions and the violation of the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on the eviction moratorium.
Oh, the eviction moratorium.
Yes.
You mean the one that was saying like, hey, we can't evict people? Yeah.
On Wednesday, the Washington Post published Aaron Blake's, quote, Biden's novel eviction notice or defense. Maybe it's illegal, but it's worth it, end quote.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Blake isn't a fringe op-ed contributor. He's a senior reporter there. Blake begins his piece by referencing then President Barack Obama's action on DACA.
The DACA?
Which is also illegal.
Yeah.
And almost 10 years later is still being figured out through the court system.
Even though it's been considered now completely gone.
Yeah.
Like it's still
now,
there. It's done out of the court system now. It's gone.
It's done.
It's
But
done. It's now
there's still
unconstitutional.
people
fighting it. Yeah.
fighting it and trying to argue it. That's why I say
it's unconstitutional.
He goes on to write, quote, the lessons of this apparently weren't learned by his vice president, Joe Biden, and Biden's new administration. Or if they were, the lesson was apparently that it was a gambit worth repeating.
Old dog, new trick.
Yeah, or old dog, same trick.
Well, I'm saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So he didn't learn the lesson the first time.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. What particularly is remarkable about how this rolled out was how Biden explained it later Tuesday. He didn't try to say he had finally figured a legal loophole for this post-muster. He instead suggested that it was a stopgap.
Stopgap.
Something that we were doing so the moratorium could live on while the courts sort through the mess.
It's stopgap. A stopgap.
Yeah.
You're illegally stopping something.
Yeah. That's obstruction of justice, one might say. Asked about it passing legal muster, Biden said he didn't know, but conceded that, quote, the bulk of the constitutional scholars say it's not likely to pass constitutional muster.
Because
quote.
it's not.
Because it's not constitutional.
It's not constitutional for a federal government to say you can't kick anybody out anymore because we screwed up.
Yeah. And then he added, quote, but at a minimum, by the time it gets litigated, it will probably give some additional time while we're getting the $45 billion out to people who are in fact behind on the rent and don't have money. Because yes, your little bit of a child tax refund is so going to make up for your 6 months to a year's worth of unpaid rent.
Oh, no.
Averaging at about $1,000 a month.
No. The $45 billion one is a different one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a different one.
Oh,
it's a different bit of money. See, that bit of money is specifically for housing.
Right, it is.
Yeah, it's specifically for housing for those who are behind on the rent and those who own those houses that haven't been paid. So there's going to be two payments made in those ways.
Here's the thing. Just throwing this out there. So they're pushing through. Forget whether or not at the moment I'm going to pitch an idea.
Okay.
Forget the fact that the moratorium is unconstitutional.
Right.
Forget that for just a
Okay, we'll
moment.
say that it's fine.
We're going to table that.
Okay.
Okay.
To the side.
You're saying that there is $45 billion
Yes.
going out to homeowners
And?
or landlords
Yeah.
to make up for money they haven't gotten. And it's going to the renters
Yes.
of said residences who haven't been required to pay this whole time.
Yeah.
We can't even say whether
But this is specifically to pay.
No, but they're not going to is the point I'm trying to get at. They're not going to. They haven't done it in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that everybody has been in these houses and been in these situations could pay. A lot of people did lose their jobs. I'm not trying to fault on them.
Right, because it's not
sucky
their fault.
situation,
Yeah.
but whatever. I'm talking about the people who have been making the money, have been able to do it,
And just decided not to?
haven't. We did the story about it. What was it? The guy from Seattle
Yeah.
who's trying to run for mayor.
Who hasn't paid his rent in years.
$24,000 or something like that behind.
And he doesn't care.
He is going to get money to pay his landlord, on top of the landlord getting paid money. And do you really think he's going to pay it?
No.
I'm not holding my breath.
No. Why don't you just pay only the people that own the houses at this point?
Or why? No. Why don't
well,
this?
I'm saying, if you were going to put the money out anyway,
no.
if you're going to spend the money anyway, give it to the people that own the house. Not the people renting, not the other people. No, give it to the people that own the houses.
Yeah.
Because those people have been suffering. A lot of those people use those. Once again, those people use those houses for one, that's their source of income.
Yeah.
And two, that's also their source of retirement in a lot of ways. You're killing people.
You know what would be just as easily and good, I think, as a deal, and probably less noticeable out front?
What's that?
How about wipe taxes? Property
Wipe
taxes.
it off?
Land property taxes for a year.
No, forever. Screw that.
Well, they're not going to do forever, but you get my point. Like if you're going to do something, make it something like that. Because once it's already started, that's why they won't do it too. Because once it's already started, then just like the moratorium is going on now, where you can't keep people out, you've got people, you got Congress people, all holding up and basically
fight for our people now.
They are doing the same thing that the people on with the minus the actual rushing of it and you have people protesting out in front of Congress. Just like they did January 6th for this thing to continue on. Why? Because it's already started. Once it's been running for a while, it's really hard to get it taken away because people have gotten used to it. Yep. That's why they won't ever do tax breaks. That's why they hate them, because once it's done for a while, then once the other people come into power, it's been in for so long, it's going to be really hard to walk it back.
Yeah, and actually put more taxes into place.
Because once it happens, the people get mad.
Yeah, because they're like, wait, you're charging me more for the same shit?
Yeah.
No.
Pretty much.
No.
Pretty much. Blake closes his piece in a very disquieting note, which is that, quote, yet again, we have a White House effectively doing something it suggested would probably be illegal, which is certainly a precedent to set. End quote.
Certainly it is.
Yeah.
Certainly it is. And it's not just him, though. See, that's the thing.
No.
We know Biden is going to do illegal things.
Yeah.
We assumed and understood that Biden, with his past, was going to do things, or he was going to just not care about the things that were done that were illegal.
Yeah.
Why? Well, I don't know. How about all the shady crap that happens in his family because he was a politician?
Yeah. I also, just to throw this little tidbit out there, I find it funny. The way that they push this stuff. Biden can do all this stuff. I mean, no, he's not doing it.
Sure,
wrong.
yeah.
He's just doing what he has to.
But a year ago,
2 years ago, 4 years ago.
Where's the tax records?
Everything Trump did was wrong. Everything Trump ever did, the moment he breathed wrong, it was, well, he's trying to destroy the country. He's doing all this stuff illegally. He's going against the Constitution. All of this stuff, and suddenly now
our current president is literally destroying the country.
Yeah,
literally destroying the country politically.
Yep.
And
economically,
financially, and socially, and all of it.
All the elites.
Our president and the people in Congress and the legislative body and a lot of the court systems. They're trying intentionally to destroy what is America.
Yep. And
they've been doing it
they're
slow.
Successful.
Well, they've been doing it. You want to talk about a snowball effect?
I know.
They started out with the smallest things, grain of sand things, and they just kept adding little by little.
Yeah,
little bit. This is 110 years now in the making.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing the fruits of their labor. Now we're seeing the problems that it actually is. Now we're actually looking at everything and we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Adam, the Delta variant smelting.
There's more stuff, but I'm not going through it. It's blanked out there. So
let's see. More specific. Oh, where did it go?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I skipped one.
You skipped one. Okay, so first
the Knights Who Say Knee.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that you haven't pointed out a couple things I noticed about the $3 trillion thing.
Thingy.
Who benefits most from decrease of drug costs? Getting and getting paid back for scammers, the elderly.
Yeah.
It's a payoff for the 2020 election. Yeah, no, I swear I thought I said something like that, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't.
You didn't.
It was in
Yeah,
my
you
head,
didn't.
and I
But
never
you
got
didn't
it out
pass it,
there.
yeah. Mhm.
That was the only thing. It offsets it because they're like, we're going to take everything from you,
Yeah.
all your savings and retirement, but we're going to give you all of these other government programs,
Benefits.
and you run the option of being able to get paid back for scammers and lower drug
all
costs.
the rest of it. So you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get taken advantage of. And we want to take advantage of you more than everybody else.
It's not fair that someone else scams
just
you.
let us scam you.
Let us scam you.
And we'll scam you less.
And now Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter, or Adam the Delta variant. More specifically, tenants should apply for this. Give their info and their landlord's info, and if approved, the check should be cut directly to the landlord and the credit given. No confusion, no court battles. Rent has been paid by me, but it's been paid.
Right.
And
I'm there with you on that one.
I'm right there with you on that
That's
too.
what we're saying. Basically, it should go to the landlord only.
Because if you give it to the people, that you run the risk of them not getting and not paying what they're supposed to. Because
Right.
why? There's no consequences.
Right. They cannot pay anyway.
This goes back to the same crap. We're not holding a standard. This is why the Olympics suck. This is why everything is going to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. No standard equals dead life.
Yeah, really weird. And quickly too.
Yeah, it dies pretty quick. Like, no, it's done.
Shockingly quick. actually.
Everything. Okay. All right.
All right.
Examples. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. If you don't have a standard for the way that you have relationships with people, if you don't have a standard, if you don't have the boundaries up in place
Okay.
for your relationships,
Okay.
what happens?
Then you can usually get taken advantage of.
Usually get taken advantage.
Usually.
Or
you're a douche to them, and
you're a douche to them,
and they don't want to be around you.
Right, and so everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's you. Yeah.
Okay, that's relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about money? If you don't have a standard, okay, banking.
Okay.
If there's not a standard system of banking,
You mean like it's fluid?
right? If you have a fluid banking system where, today the interest rate is, 1.2%, tomorrow it's 5.6 and stuff like that.
I mean, that would never happen.
No, that never happens, right? No standard set, it never happens. But if you had something like that, who trusts the bank?
If you had something that fluctuated like that?
Yeah,
Nobody.
that dramatically. Who
Nobody.
would trust the banks?
Nobody would.
Who would trust people to actually hold on to their money, to be secure in their money, to make sure that their money was secured and run through and verified? Who would trust that?
Nobody would.
Nobody would.
Nobody.
And yet, we've been doing it.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Why? Why are we literally holding on to a relationship where we are the battered wife?
Because we love him so
in every
I can change him.
every facet
so
of the
fast.
American civilian life
Yeah.
is battered wife syndrome.
Absolutely.
That's all we are at in this point in time. We always vote for the same type of people. We always let them do everything that we don't want to do.
Yeah, and then come election time, they go, no, don't worry, we'll fix this. We got this, don't worry. And
We're gonna change.
I love you, honey. I would never
You
do
were
that
the
to
best thing in my life.
I can't live without you, please.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
They get elected, they punch you in the face, kick you on the ground, and then say, don't get up for another 4 years.
Yep.
And you don't.
You don't.
And you don't.
Yeah. Well, it was my fault. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I shouldn't have done this. I should have just done what he said. Yeah. I know deep down, I know he loves me. I know they care about me.
I know they look at all the things that they're trying to pass. They care about us.
Yeah, they absolutely
They
do.
care.
Absolutely.
They care.
Yep.
No, they don't.
They care so
They hate
much.
you.
Yep.
They hate everything about you.
Yep.
If it wasn't, if you didn't understand that, and this is the one, I hate this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Go for it.
If you didn't understand the reason why they hated Donald Trump, then you don't understand what I'm telling you now.
Yep.
They hated him because they hate you.
Yeah.
And he more closely represented you than they ever could in their entire life.
Or past several hundred years.
And I hate that I have to say that because I don't like it.
But at the same time, it's true. It's
know.
absolutely true, and
I know.
there's nothing wrong with that. Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. The communists are way ahead of the schedule in their 200-year plan, and way ahead.
Way ahead.
Way ahead. Hopefully, they had enough time to order some American Pride Roasters coffee.
Oh,
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com for historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth. AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
don't forget to go to the iHeartRadio app. Click on the Mojo 50 radio button. 24/7 free speech.
Yeah, you're not going to hear stuff like this anywhere else, guaranteed. Our website is doaeshow.com. Check out the archive, check out the shop, become a defender with us, all that fun jazz. Follow us on all of the social medias at DOAE Show. Like, follow, share, tell your friends about us. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday.
Friday.
It's going to be good.
Dear
Bye,
Defenders
y'all.
Day.